he becomes reborn. Like,
yeah, he comes out of his hibernation or whatever.
And we don't even know, like, between the relationship, if they've never really fully met, only that one time, right? They never, like, hung out, did anything.
Well,
like,
she approaches him, and then he, like, pushes her away. Remember when he
slaps the lollipop out of her hands?
Yeah.
So it was more of, like, fate more than they were meant, like, you know? It was, like, it was all fate.
He realized its true potential.
Yeah, and he was, and it's not like he didn't have it in him. Like, he was practicing, like, and he looked really good when he was a kid. He had, like, good form, and when he threw his palm at, like, a tree, it started to move, and he smiled. Like, he started to believe that he had the potential all along. But then, like, he started to just stray away from being good, or, like, just
trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. There was a lot of stuff, like, people probably overlook because all the other stuff is so good, like just the fighting and the comedy. So that's why it has a high rating, dude. Like, there's just every little simple touch in the movie was good. Like, these films always have nice touch, dude. Like, they hit notes and they hit feelings, and then they get you good with the action too. So it's like, you can never go wrong with a good Kung Fu Hustle movie.
There's nothing quite like the way they executed this. There's nothing that's been quite like this since then.
Yeah, I would say.
I have a question.
That's recent, so that's very recent.
Were the military guys that they were from the military base that they break the beast out? Were those guys supposed to be American?
I didn't quite the guards. You mean? I didn't quite catch if they were American. I don't think so.
Because I thought I saw one of them with blonde hair.
I gotta look.
I don't know. Maybe I was just tripping. I don't know.
It's probably something you noticed. Like I'm saying, like, or something you noticed, like in the movie. Maybe there is an American there or something.
Yeah.
Remember, this is 1940, where they were like kind of like under siege, by British people, sort of, and a lot of like British people were being generals in like China and stuff like that. Like in It Man, they show that a lot. Like a lot, they call them the foreign devils, people that are just manipulating China and they're trying to use them for asset and stuff. So that, I like the timeline in this too. Like, it was pretty cool. Because they were all taking baths out of, like, they were all using the same water and stuff. Like, old school smokers, incense smokers, like, all that cool shit that they used to have back then was in this movie.
That one guy who kept on, he was the barber who who was getting blackmailed.
Yeah.
He's the guy who kept on trying to step up and, like, be a hero, but he kept on getting his ass kicks.
Yeah, he kept getting his ass kicked the whole time.
That was hilarious.
But then that's when the good action starts. They say, they freaking killed that fool. They basically broke his back, dude, like his whole spine. The first guy they fight, and he gets thrown into a barrel.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, holy shit, this is the type of movie this is going to be. Overall, I've seen this movie like 4 times max. I probably should have watched it more by now, but I like to treat this one special. Like, I can't watch it like all the time like that. Like, but like I'm right here watching it on mute, talking to you guys. So it's pretty cool.
There you go.
We were just talking about, Wes, that basically the scene where Singh gets reborn. Basically, he that how crazy the Axe King looks like the crazy 88 in that scene when they're like basically at the front door and he's trying to like protect the landlord and the landlady.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said it looks like a Tarantino film right there, because I think this film was obviously in production before, but it came a year after, I think, Kill Bill. And I was like, man, did he really get inspiration or like from Tarantino? Or like, obviously Tarantino's been around for a while. Both these guys have. So
I
they
think
probably,
I think Tarantino himself is very inspired by like Hong Kong and just martial arts in general.
yeah.
So if I had to guess, I would say he was pulling, especially from Volume 1, he was inspired by stuff that was going on over there, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
But
I was about to say, we got to talk about the landlord and landlady. At the end, towards the end of the movie, they start, like, basically the reason why they don't fight is they had a bad accident with one of their sons, I think. Because I guess they got into a crazy fight and their son was part of the damage. And they no longer have him, but towards the end of the movie, they start seeing and they said, oh, our boy would be his age by now. And then they said, oh, he could be a lawyer. Like, they're seeing as like their son or something
like reincarnated.
Yeah.
Right.
It I like the movie. Like, I like the fate of the movie. Like, the ties the movie has towards everything. It's super random to me, but it's still so good. Like, like you just seen this guy that you were hating on, and now you think he's your son. It's so, I guess a parent would be like mad at their son for one of their sons throwing a handle at their face.
Did you guys catch? I don't know if you did or not, but the hints of, to me, like when Tiny, when you brought it up about Quentin Tarantino and like the music playing, and then they had like the trumpet kind of playing in the background. It reminded me a lot of Kill Bill. I don't know if you heard that during one of the scenes towards the end. It reminded me a lot of that. So
yeah, they also
cool.
had like a hit of like Pee Wee Herman, I think, dude. In one of the scenes as well, if I'm not mistaken. I probably should get that and like loop it to show you guys. Like, it was like an orchestrated Pee Wee Herman like soundtrack. Like, it was pretty nice. I was like, wait a minute, what am I watching? Is this Pee Wee?
Yeah.
Oh, Diego, you're back.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. But yeah, dude, I love the style that they filmed in was very powerful. There's something unique about how filming is done in different countries, and it speaks of like their culture. Like,
yeah.
you could, like, kung fu movies are like very like like animated and stuff like that. Like, I heard you guys say about Naruto, and it does feel like a Naruto movie. Like, it does feel like that kind of animated movie. And it's funny because like it varies from different regions. Like, you could tell like, there's certain movies you could tell, this is like a European movie, or this is like a Latin American movie.
Films and stuff.
Yeah, where they're taking inspiration from.
Yeah, and then like, it's funny because like America, it's like, I feel like it takes like those elements from other countries, just mixes them together. Because I know you were talking about Kill Bill and how this movie really reminded you of that, especially with the Crazy 88. It's so fun. Okay, it's just like it blends, like everything is blended together, here in the United States. And I love that directors can see stuff from other different countries and just blend it together, mold it and make it into their own style. And I think, like I said, like I said in the beginning, like, this movie kind of inspired all that stuff, all those like old gritty kung fu movies and stuff, like Kill Bill, like at the time was coming out, and all this like cinematography stuff that was like really like dark and gritty, but also and also you could see it in the comedic reliefs in other movies, So like, and again, I reiterate, like, Kung Fu Hustle is like one of those like pioneer movies that started a whole trend, like a whole trend that you could see forming in Hollywood and in different areas,
Yeah, using choreography and trying to add a little comedy to movies that are probably so serious in tone.
What would you guys rate this?
I would say 8.5.
8.5 sounds good.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it an 8.
Yeah, it's going to be an 8 for me as well. All right. So the film was actually re-released in 3D back in 2014 for its 10th anniversary.
Nice.
What?
This was nominated for 16 Hong Kong Film Awards, and it won approximately 6 of those nominations, including Best Picture. A famous choreographer, Yun Wu Ping, stylized the fight scenes in this film. You might know his work from movies such as The Matrix and Jet Li's Hero, along with Crunching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Nice.
So that's why there's all these influences kind of dripping through this one.
Yeah, I was about to say it probably is all the dudes in the background probably come from other movies, you know, like the dudes that help make it.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, Wes.
The Pigsty Alley set and idea was derived from director Stephen Chow's own childhood neighborhood slum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was it CGI'd or was it an actual home, like his actual place?
No, I think they built this. They built that set. It's a set.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
big set. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I guess they focused on was the Pigsty area because that's, if you notice, that's where the majority of the movie takes place.
Yeah.
It's just in that area, pretty much. So he wanted to get that correct, and I think they killed it. To be honest, the lead and director of the film, Stephen Chow, actually taught himself kung fu by watching old Bruce Lee films.
Wow.
Dang, that's crazy.
That's amazing.
So he's a self-taught kung fu practitioner because of Bruce.
That's sick.
I guess when growing up, he actually did start to take kung fu classes, like introductory, and then financially he grew up poor, so he had to drop out, and he used movies as a means to continue his style.
His practice.
And I believe he chose the Wing Chun style, which is Ip Man. If I'm correct, it's the same style that Ip Man has. Wing Chun.
Yeah. One of his first styles, I think.
The character Fong, portrayed by Eva Huang, the love interest for Sing, was actually picked out of 8,000 possible auditions.
Wow. Jesus.
That's a lot of competition.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of people to go against.
Why 8,000?
I don't know. I guess a lot of people were interested in that role, and I guess it was. I believe Eva. It was her idea to be a mute because she wanted to use. She wanted the challenge yourself to only be able to use expressions to show, like, to portray what was going on with her her subplot, which is cool.
Okay.
The Buddhist Palm style of fighting is actually a real Southern Shaolin fighting style.
So it's an actual real fighting style?
Yeah. Yep.
That's sick.
Yes.
Gotta look up YouTube videos on that stuff.
You would think it would be made up because of the movie.
Yeah. That's what I would think too.
Nope, it's real. It's real, guys. You can really be that badass.
And be a Buddha.
And my final swan fact for this episode: after wondering how to make the leader of the Axe Gang ultra badass, they realized that the actor Danny Kwan was a professional dancer, which is why they opened the movie with the big dance number.
Oh, sick! That's why he was on Ruby and stuff.
Yeah, that's why that looks so good, because he's an actual dance choreographer. He dances for a living, and that's why that shit is so smooth looking.
Dang.
Oh man, that's funny.
If I had to relate that to anything, I thought that was genius, because they took something that's not looked at as masculine at all, kind of in the way that they made No Country for Old Men.